Hey everybody, Liam here and welcome to the latest episode of MetroMania. For those who aren't aware, MetroMania is an ongoing 16 Pokémon Metronome only double battle tournament to determine the MetroMania Champion, and this season is all about starter Pokémon. If you're a fan of MetroMania and you're ready for more, make sure you hit the like button, show you're enjoying this series, and of course hit subscribe if you're new because you're not going to want to miss an episode. We are in Heat 8 right now. This is the final heat before the quarterfinals. This is where things are really going to start heating up, so make sure you're ready for action. But before we get into today's battles, let's have a look at the brackets. As we enter the final stage of the heats, we see that Chespin was victorious last week over Totodile. Chespin moves on to the quarterfinal. We have one place left in the quarterfinal, which today will go to either Charmander or Mudkip. But look at how the quarterfinals are stacking up. The absolute star power of the Pokemon that are in the quarterfinals is absolutely just unrivaled. It's going to be such a great set of quarterfinals, but of course there is only one place left, and today we are going to find out who is going to take that coveted place. Will it be Charmander or will it be Mudkip? We are about to find out on the final heat of Metromania Season 4. Here it is, Charmander versus Mudkip. As all the Mudkip enter the field and all the Charmander, I say all, both the Charmander enter the field, both the Mudkip. Here we go. This could be a fantastic battle between two fan favorites right here. Charmander is going to start off proceedings as it goes for a Psyshock. What a great start from Charmander onto the regular Mudkip there. Great amount of damage for a turn 1 hit. And here's Shiny Charmander with the follow-up. What will it do? Goes for Crab Hammer. It wasn't going to be very effective, but it was avoided anyway by Mudkip. Here comes Shiny Mudkip starting off things for its team. Going to go for Amnesia and increase its special defense. Smart move right there. Of course, build up your defenses early, especially a +2 special defense increase. Build up your defenses early and then go on the attack. Disarming Voice coming out from regular Mudkip, going to be not very effective because it's a Fairy-type move on Fire-type Pokemon, but chipping away at the HP of Charmander from the get-go is probably a good strategy for Mudkip there. You know, one of them build up the defense, one of them go on the onslaught. Why not? Strength coming out from regular Charmander there for a little bit of chip damage on that shiny Mudkip. And here comes regular Charmander with an iron defense. There you go, increasing its physical defense by 2 stages right there. Great play by regular Charmander. Are these teams really actually going with a sensible strategy? Who knows? Here's shiny Mudkip, who's going to go for Metal Sound, which is going to lower the special defense of regular Charizard there by 2 stages as well, so be careful, regular Charmander. If you get hit by a special attack, especially a water type attack, you're screwed. Here's a Stone Edge on shiny Charmander, bringing it down right into the danger zone so quickly. Oh my goodness, that was a great move by Mudkip right there. Here comes regular Charmander with a burn up. Oh my, it's going to lose its typing. So it's going to become like the unknown type, not very effective on Mudkip, but now Charmander does not have its fire typing, I believe, for the rest of the battle. So a great move there, Charmander. You're now going to get hit neutrally by everything. There's a Venoshock onto shiny Mudkip, not doing a great deal of damage there, but here comes shiny Mudkip responding with a Horn Drill, avoided by Charmander. Very lucky there. And here's regular Mudkip, who's going to go for a Guard Swap on the shiny Charmander right there. Sure thing, Mudkip, why not? You do what you need to do, mate. Fine. Here's shiny Charmander, though. It is in a dangerous position, but it's going to go for Gunk Shot, trying to get the poison and as much damage as possible on shiny Mudkip. Huge damage, bringing it into the danger zone, gets the poison as well. So great move there by shiny Charmander, and here's regular Charmander to follow up with no typing. Gonna go for Toxic Spikes, waste of a turn, because of course Toxic Spikes don't affect anybody in this kind of battle where there are only 2 Pokemon per team. Mudkip, can you capitalize on that? Shiny Mudkip right here is going to go for Psycho Boost. That's going to do a great deal of damage on that regular Charmander because of the special defense drop as well. Huge damage. Special attack harshly falls on that Mudkip, but my goodness, the Charmander team is in danger right now. Regular Mudkip's going to go Acid Armor and increase its defense, so a great move there by regular Mudkip, making the struggle even harder for these Charmander, although shiny Mudkip only has a turn left in this battle if it even survives the onslaught from the Charmander team in this next turn. We see Fury Swipes coming out from regular Charmander onto the shiny Mudkip, taking it down in a single hit right there. And now it's time for regular Charmander to follow up. If it goes for a grass type move or an electric type move, it will be over. Sweet Kiss coming out, gonna confuse the regular Mudkip right there. That can't be good for the Mudkip. Suddenly, even with low HP, Charmander has kind of given itself an advantage, but Mudkip could end this all with a spread move if it chooses the right move with the Metronome. It's gonna go for Frost Breath, which is going to hit the shiny Charmander right there, bringing it down to 10 hit points. Critical hit as well. Not quite enough to take it down, so the Charmander team is going to have another opportunity to attack this Mudkip as regular Charmander goes for a Draining Kiss, so it's going to deal a little bit of damage to that Mudkip right there and then restore a bit of that damage in kind to itself. Bringing it back into the yellow as shiny Charmander looks to deal out a follow-up move, goes for Water Pledge. Of course, it's not going to be very effective on Mudkip, but it still brings it down to less than half HP. Mudkip is still confused. Will it be able to shake it off? It does shake off the confusion and gets ready to dish out some punishment on these Charmander, and we see Nasty Plot increasing its special attack. Very interesting play right there. I believe that Mudkip had its special attack lowered already, so that should restore it back to normal, I believe. Here we see Charmander going for Dual Chop, though. That Dragon-type physical attack not quite enough to deal much damage to the Mudkip there, but shiny Charmander now has to follow up. That's the advantage of 2 against 1. We see Poison Jab coming out from Charmander onto Mudkip right there. Doesn't get the poison, though. Mudkip is still confused, is going to ignore it, though. Gets ready with the Metronome. What will Mudkip do here? It's going to go for Astonish. Will it be enough to take down that shiny Charmander? It is. We're now down to 1 Charmander versus 1 Mudkip. What will Charmander do here in response to its partner being knocked out? They've got very similar hit points right now, these Pokemon as well. Charmander is going to jump in and go for Attract. It's going to fail on that opposing Mudkip. So now Mudkip snaps out the confusion, gets ready with the Metronome. What will it do here? Is it going to be able to defeat Charmander? Goes for an Ice Beam. Charmander does have lowered special defense, and it's a critical hit as well, so it takes down the Charmander, and the first round goes to Mudkip. Mudkip, you've got to think, though, got very lucky towards the end of that battle. Will the luck have run out now, and will Charmander proceed and make its way into a 3rd round and potentially into the quarterfinals? That's what we're going to find out. Shiny Charmander is going to start things off right now, and it's going to go for Acrobatics with no items, so double power Acrobatics. Great amount of damage on that regular Mudkip right now as regular Charmander looks to follow up with a Baton Pass, which will fail, so not a great follow-up. Shiny Mudkip will start off the 2nd round for its team, and it's going to go for a Laser Focus. Oh yeah, getting ready for a critical hit, okay? I know what Laser Focus does now, right? You can shut up now. Laser Focus. Here we go. Regular Mudkip's going to go for Icy Wind, which is going to hit both the Charmander right there for a little bit of not very effective damage. Not very effective on either of the Charmander right there, but of course gets that all-important speed drop right there. Will that make the Mudkip team the faster team? We're about to find out. It does. Mudkip now has the speed advantage. So here's regular Mudkip, who's going to go for a double team. Make itself even harder to hit. Raise its evasiveness. 2 stages for double team, I believe? No, just a 1 stage. You would think it was 2 stages because it's double team, but what do I know? Here's Vice Grip coming out from the shiny Mudkip, doing a great chunk of damage with that critical hit on shiny Charmander right there. As regular Charmander looks to respond, what will it do? Gonna go for Growl and lower the attack of both the Mudkip right there by a stage each. So great play by Charmander, weakening the offensive power of these Mudkip, which is where they just seem to reign supreme in this battle. We see Ice Punch coming out, not very effective from Charmander onto regular Mudkip there. Does not get the freeze though. Now it's time for Mudkip's response. Here's regular Mudkip starting this turn off for its team. Going to go for Fury Cutter. Again, not very effective and not a very powerful move, so not going to do a lot of damage at all there. Shiny Mudkip, you got anything better in your arsenal to use? Going to go for Ingrain, so it wasted that laser focus, but it's going to restore its HP at the end of each turn, which gives it an opportunity to continue to live throughout this battle. Here's Shiny Charmander with Fissure, though, on that same Mudkip, so Ingrain means nothing because Shiny Mudkip is down from a 1-hit KO. Great move, Shiny Charmander. And now, oh my goodness, that Mudkip is all by itself. What will Charmander do here? Goes for Stone Edge on that Mudkip for a great amount of damage right there. Mudkip is in the yellow. Both the Charmander are in the green. Charmander really turning things around, really tightening its focus in this battle. Petal Blizzard comes out from Mudkip. Believe it's going to get locked into that attack, which is not very effective on either Charmander. Here comes Shiny Charmander. My brain broke for a moment there. Shiny Charmander using spikes, which is a waste of a turn. Is Petal Blizzard a multi-turn move? I think that's what I was thinking in my mind. I guess we'll find out this turn. Can't remember. There are so many moves. Twin Needle coming out from regular Charmander onto the Mudkip, doing a little bit of chip damage with each hit. Gets the poison as well. Mudkip is in danger right now. What will it do here? It's damaged by the poison. It's got one turn left in it. It has to beat both Charmander this turn. I think we could give this... Yeah, Petal Blizzard isn't a multi-turn move. It's a one-turn move. There you go. Rage. It's all over for Mudkip. This is going to a third round. Charmander absolutely floored it in this battle. Well done to the Charmander team. Here's a Dragon Tail, and that's the end of that battle. It's now 1-1. Charmander 1, Mudkip 1. The final place in the quarterfinal rides on the outcome of this very battle. Here comes Charmander back onto the field, following Mudkip. Of course, Charmander has the speed advantage from the get-go, so it's time to see what Charmander's going to do in this battle. Is it going to claw that victory out? Goes for Blue Flare, not very effective, but stab. Great damage there to Mudkip on turn 1. Good move by Charmander. Here comes Shiny Charmander. What will it do to follow up on its partner's great first move? Smelling Salts, which is going to do a nice bit of chip damage there to regular Mudkip. Good, smart move, doubling up. Take out one of the Mudkip first, then you've got a great advantage. Giga Drain from Shiny Mudkip. Not going to do a great deal of damage because, of course, it's not very effective, but it's still damage nonetheless, so we can't complain too much. Here's a regular Mudkip with a Giga Drain of its own. Why not share moves? Onto the Shiny Charmander right there, restoring a little bit of its HP. So great job by the Mudkip team right there, in complete synchronicity. There you go. Is Amnesia from regular Charmander, raising its special defense there. Smart move, smart play. 2 stages up on special defense, and here comes Shiny Charmander. What will it do here? Is it going to go on the offensive? Going to go for growth, increase its attack and special attack. These Charmander are prepared for war. They are ready to go down swinging or come out on top, basically. And here's Shiny Mudkip with a ring out onto Shiny Charmander, doing a great amount of damage there. Not quite enough to bring it less than half its max HP, but it's certainly well on the way. Regular Mudkip's going to go for Shell Smash. Oh my goodness. So it's going to lower its defense and its special defense by 1 stage each in order to increase its attack, its special attack, and its speed by 2 stages. That's a great play by Mudkip. Shell Smash is a fantastic move. Here we go. Regular Mudkip's going to start off the next turn with that super increased power, and it's going to go for Shore Up and restore its HP. I think back to maximum. Great play there by Mudkip. This Mudkip is potentially unstoppable unless Charmander can take advantage of its -1 defenses right now. Here comes Charmander with a Howl. Going to increase, I believe, its attack. Yep, its attack has raised. And here comes Shiny Charmander. What will it do? Is it going to attack? It's going to go for Frost Breath, which isn't going to do a great deal of damage. And it goes for the Shiny Mudkip, so not much damage at all there. But it is a critical hit, so it was a decent hit for the Frost Breath. And here comes the Shiny Mudkip with Lava Plume, which I believe is going to hit everybody on the field, although it's not very effective on anybody on the field, so that's absolutely fine. Critical hit on Shiny Charmander, though, doing just enough damage to bring it down to less than half its max HP. Here comes the beefed up Mudkip, who's going to go for Wild Charge with +2 attack. Oh my god, absolutely throttling that regular Charmander, who barely survives on 15 hit points. What will it do in retaliation? Goes for a Dragon Dance, increasing its speed and its attack. If it survives this turn long enough to actually take advantage of it, that'll be a scary play for the Mudkip team. Shiny Charmander is going to follow up with a conversion, so it's going to change itself into a normal type because it's converting to the type of the Metronome. Interesting play there, getting rid of some weaknesses but also getting rid of some resistances and giving itself immunity to Ghost. Aura Sphere, though, from Shiny Mudkip onto the Shiny Charmander, bringing it down to 1 hit point. That was a bad play with that conversion by Shiny Charmander. Backfired on it. Here's regular Charmander going for Sparkling Aura. It's going to knock out its partner. for the sake of hitting a not very effective move. Oh my goodness, this is a terrible play by the Charmander team. I think Mudkip might have this, because how's Charmander going to come back from this? Unless Mudkip goes for a heal pulse or something. Here's regular Mudkip with Spore. It's going to put Charmander to sleep. Charmander is a sitting duck right now with 15 hit points. This is not good. Here comes Shiny Mudkip. What will it do here? It's going to go for double team. Another double team. Wow, so both the Mudkip have used double team now and increased their evasiveness. Oh my goodness. Charmander, there's nothing you can do right now. You are fast asleep. You can't take advantage of that +1 attack, which means that the beefed up +2 attack, +2 special attack Mudkip is ready, goes for beat up. This is how it's going to end. One hit from beat up and Charmander is down. Mudkip is your winner and moves on to the quarterfinals. The quarterfinals are now set and they look fantastic. Well done, Mudkip. To be honest, I didn't see this one going past 2 rounds. When Mudkip beat Charmander in the first round, I very much thought in the back of my mind, that's done. So next round, Mudkip's going to win, and that'll be it. That'll be all she wrote, a 2-rounder. But somehow, Charmander just had enough to muster to get that equalizer in. Wasn't enough in the end anyway, because ultimately he ended up losing the final round, but it was just interesting to see Charmander have a little glimmer of hope in there. I think a lot of people were behind Charmander in this, although I think equally as many people were probably behind Mudkip in this as well because of the meme and things like that. So it was an interesting matchup. I'm just so surprised that it went 3 rounds. I honestly thought that Mudkip had it in the bag from the get-go, but Charmander proved me slightly wrong. It didn't mean much in the end, but there you go. It is what it is. But now we have our quarterfinal set. So that's where I'm going to leave this episode of Metromania. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. If you'd like to support the channel like these lovely people down here do, pledge to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/AceTrenilium. And for live streams 5 days a week, including right now, if you're watching this video when it goes live, head over to twitch.tv/AceTrenilium. But until next time, I'm Ace Trenilium. Keep on training.